Welcome everybody to our newest demo day for the latest group of startups that we have invested. If you are coming here on the ground offline in Shanghai, please move ahead. We have place for everybody to sit down. If you're connecting from Taipei, also offline, thank you very much for joining us. And now for the first time, we're also having a watch party for our community connecting in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. My name is Oscar Ramos. I'm partner in SOSB and managing director of the cross-border startup programs. And I'm going to be the MC for today, facilitating the conversation with all the startups that we have and some of the presentations that we're going to have. This is the agenda today. So we're going to start first with opening remarks for those of you that are new to our community, for those of you that don't know too much about us, and also for those of you that are familiar, that have joined some of our previous demo days, give you an opportunity to know what has been happening with the companies that presented in any of our previous demo days. After that, we're going to have a VC panel with some of the leading investors in the region that are going to be discussing about what is happening and what is coming in, some of the new trends on the investment space for startups in the region. Then after that, we'll go straight with all the startups, the 10 startups that are part of this cohort of Chinaccelerator 20. And then finally, we'll have opportunity for networking. If you are online, we're going to have networking with virtual rooms so you can meet with other participants as well as the founders of the startups. And if you are joining us offline in Kuala Lumpur, Taipei, or Shanghai, we're also going to have an opportunity to share some drinks and finger food so we can talk more with both founders and other people that is joining us. And now to continue the presentation and to let you know more about us and what has been happening, I'd like to welcome on stage SOSB General Partner and also Managing Director of the Cross-Border Startup Programs, William Balbin.
Thanks so much. So SOSB, we're a VC fund, a global VC fund. We have offices all around the world. So I'm coming to you live from Shanghai. Thanks for coming here in person. We also have offices in Shenzhen, Xi'an, Taipei, Tokyo, San Francisco, New York, and Cork, Ireland. Then hopefully soon we'll be opening up in Italy. So we are a global fund, a little bit different than most global funds in that we, just give me 1 second here, in that we invest globally. Cities all around the world. We also are a bit different from most VC funds in that we invest by vertical. So you're here with us today for internet and software, Chinaccelerator and Mox, but we also invest in hardware with our HACS program, in life sciences with our IndieBio program, and then cross-border and D-Lab for blockchain early stage products. So we are, as of Q3 2021 PitchBook, the #1 most active early stage investor in the world, seed and angel stage investor. We're also the #2 most active VC in the world, #5 in the US, #10 in Europe, and #5 in Asia, rest of world. We invest in about 140 companies per year. We're also the most active VC across Asia in a number of categories. So it says #7 for 6 for Southeast Asia, 6 for Singapore. We're #7 for India. And we've been quite active in Pakistan. We were #1, now we're the #2 most active VC in Pakistan, and that's an area of focus for us now. By verticals, we're quite active in health and medical devices #1, IoT #1, hardware #1, media, which you'll see a lot of today, we're #2, and AI, which is a key area. We're #3 most active investor in the world. So today you're with us in what we call cross-border internet. We help companies from around the world, startups from around the world go cross-border. Unless you're based in China and focused on the China market, or you're based in the US and just focused on the US, your home market is probably not big enough. So we help both enterprise and Chinaccelerator and consumer with mock startups go cross-border. We're happy to announce a pre-accelerator program focused on Bangladesh with two amazing partners, SBK Tech and Miyake. And so we're going to be spending more and more time in Bangladesh. So we're bringing a lot of what we learned 25 years investing in China, first to Southeast Asia, then to South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. And we're happy to say that we've announced our first 6 investments in Africa. What do we offer? We do invest, but no one works with us for the money. They work with us for the help and the perks. And especially within these perks, what is it that we bring? Yeah, so we bring 2 things. One is enterprise relationships. So we help our companies sell. And we help our companies get customer acquisition and user acquisition. Now, we couldn't do it without our team. So anybody here with a red t-shirt on is part of our team. So say hello if you're here in person. And we also couldn't, hold on a second. So where am I pointing this? Okay. We couldn't do it without our amazing mentors. So we have over 500 mentors that help our companies with everything from customer acquisition, user acquisition, how do you sell to an enterprise, how do you engage a consumer, retention. Over 500 mentors who have failed at many things. And succeeded at least one thing, giving their time voluntarily, freely to help our startups get to where they want to go. So in terms of exactly why people work with us, on the enterprise side, we're partnered with 230 multinationals, and we help our companies sell to those multinationals. On the consumer side, we're pretty unique in that we provide free advertising, free app downloads, free user acquisition to the companies that we work with. So most companies, they have to buy Google ads or Alibaba ads or Tencent ads. They have to buy Facebook ads in order to get consumer users. Any company that we invest in gets free user acquisition. And we're happy to say that, the first 4 years were a little tough. It took us 4 years to get to 6 million monthly active users on the consumer side. That was mid-2019. But as of the end of last year, we hit 50 million monthly active users. And as of June this year, we hit 94 million monthly active users across our ecosystem of portfolio companies, and all with a customer acquisition cost of basically 0. So how could we do this? How do we give away free advertising? It's with our industry partners. We are partnering with corporates who are under pressure from big internet. They're under attack from companies like Apple, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Alibaba, Tencent, et cetera. They're under pressure. So we partner with telcos. We partner with these handset brands, with these consumer brands. We partner with these media companies, and they give our companies free user acquisition, free advertising in return for revenue share. So on the enterprise side, we've got some amazing startups, and we'll go through and introduce a touch. We're very happy to have one unicorn have gone through our program, BitMEX, the crypto side. As of 2 years ago, they were the #1 crypto exchange in the world. Now they're number 12. And on the consumer side, we're starting to really see some scale. As I said, our companies have gone from 6 million MAU 2 years ago to June, 94 million MAU, monthly active users. So first company is Fable. We invested in 2019, and we took a learning from one of our corporate partners, Sanofi, where we did an innovation program here in China 3 years ago. And one of the biggest challenges they have is getting people who have a lifestyle disease like high blood pressure or diabetes or a chronic disease where you have to take a pill every day. How do you get somebody in the countryside, a tier 2 or tier 3 city consumer, to take their medication every day? Well, we didn't really find too many solutions here in China, but we found Fable in India. And over just 2 years, they are now the #1 chronic disease management platform in all of India. They're scaling up extremely rapidly. They grew 10 times in the last year, and that was 2 times their target. And they closed a Series A last year from the #2 hospital group in all of India, backed by Temasek and TPG Health. And this year, they're getting ready to close their Series B. And they have over 1 million patients, getting ready to hit 10 million patients by the end of next year. The second company is called Touch, and this is a B2B company. They are a little bit like, if you're familiar with China, Face++, Make.Me. They use machine vision to, AI machine vision to automatically analyze, tag, and then edit video. So you can put any video in and it will automatically analyze it and edit it. So you're familiar with post-production where you take the raw video and then you have to spend hours editing that video into a short clip that's TikTok worthy or Douyin worthy. Well, these guys do it automatically. So they signed, in India, they signed Netflix, they signed Disney, they signed Fox Sports, they signed India Premier League Cricket, they signed basically every major media company, and we helped them expand globally across the world. They signed Champions League and English Premier League in Europe, and now they're expanding beyond the sports area, beyond movie makers, and they're expanding into social. So every single TikToker out there can automatically feed their video in and automatically get their TikTok videos edited. So we've put tens of thousands of post-production video engineers out of business, out of work, and automated their jobs with AI. Well, not so good for them, but good for everybody else. So the company is currently getting ready to raise a Series B round, just closed their Series A. And finally, Cartesi. We've been investing in crypto and for quite a long time, 2015, when we invested in BitMEX, which is now a unicorn. Cartesi, we invested in 2018, and they solve a very critical problem. So if you want to program on blockchain, bringing the security, transparency, and trust of blockchain to an app, to a consumer app, you have to program in Solidity. It's very complicated, it's very expensive, and it takes a very, very long time. So what Cartesi does is they allow anyone to take any off-the-shelf library in Linux or Python and then port that onto a blockchain, decentralize it, marry the transparency, security, and trust of blockchain with all those off-the-shelf software libraries, allowing people to build dApps in a matter of months and not years. And very happy to just say that their token has a market cap of $1 billion US. And this is a company that we invested. We were the first check-in in 2018 during the crypto winter. So I'd love to stay in touch. Here's how to follow us on all those socials, or you can scan the QR code. Please find me. Please find us on social, WeChat, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And with that, I'm going to welcome up our VC panelist, who's here in Shanghai, and then the rest of our VC panelists who are joining online. So Tony, please come up here and have a seat. Yeah, so we're getting pretty good at doing this sort of like online, offline, mixed media forum. So we're offline in 3 cities, and then online all over the place. Now Helen's here but her husband is not feeling that well. So she's done us the service of not coming here. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you not coming. Yeah. So, I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself. Helen, why don't you start first? It'd be great if you could give a brief introduction, and then we'll go around the offline, and then online, and then we'll go off.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Helen. I've been in the VC sector for about 20 years. I started with GGV Capital, and then I was with Chiming Ventures for about 8 years. And I've been based in China mostly, but last few years I've been starting to look at Southeast Asia, made some investments, including Akulaku.
So Kelly, you want to go next?
Yes, thanks, William, for inviting us. Oh, there's a bit of feedback there. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, great. Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm one of the founding partners of True Global Ventures Fund 4. We focus exclusively into blockchain. So we have 4 areas in terms of infrastructure, fintech, AI, and entertainment. The space that we're really excited about is obviously the entertainment side, because everyone is talking about metaverses. We started our fund 4 in 2019, and we invested in a lot of, I would say very young companies back then. One of them being The Sandbox, another them being Animoca Brands. And yeah, we're very excited about the whole NFT play to earn space. Yeah, so thanks for inviting me.
Hey guys, my name is Akshat Vaidya. I have a background in private equity, late stage investing, non-crypto, but spent the last couple of years in the VC arm of BitMEX, one of SOSV's early investments that as William mentioned has become a unicorn. Recently have taken over as head of M&A for BitMEX, so we're looking at late stage venture deals primarily, but we're still doing early stage, placing early stage bets. And just a quick primer on BitMEX, we are the one of the largest derivatives platforms in the crypto space, inventors of the perpetual swap, which is one of the most widely traded products in crypto.
Tony.
Hi, everyone. I'm a managing partner for Amoeba Capital. We are a China-based venture fund focused exclusively on enterprise software. We've been investing in China enterprise SaaS since 2013. And probably have captured probably one of the 5 out of the top 10 enterprise software company in China. We recently raised our first US dollar fund, probably the largest first US dollar fund in China, backed by sovereign wealth fund and larger fund of fund across globally. And
awesome. So Helen, just kicking off with you. This is a pretty standard format. So we get together, every 3 months and for sharing. So it would be great to get each of you to give us a sense of like one trend or 2 trends that you think have popped up over the last 3 to 6 months that you think is going to drive the market over either the near term or the long term. And Helen gets to go first, so she has the easiest job.
Yeah, sure. Happy to go first. So I think, the whole Web 3.0 has been a very big theme. I think everybody's talking about, blockchain and how do we want to take back ownership of our data. I think the other big trend that I'm hearing about is obviously sustainability, the whole ESG trend, especially with regards to climate change. So why don't I start with those 2?
Great. Great. That's great. Yes, we just had, we published on Earth Day, our SOSV Climate 100, the top 100 climate related startups out of the 140 in our portfolio. And we just had our summit. Bill Gates and Tony Fadell, the founder of Nest, spoke. And it's a huge trend that we're seeing. Just in the 4 or 5 months from Earth Day until this fall, our climate portfolio went from $2 billion in value to 6 billion in value. So there's a huge amount of opportunity there. Totally agree. And Bill Gates at the thing said that there's going to be 7 to 8 new portfolio companies or companies worth kind of like Tesla level, and at least one Microsoft-sized company and one Amazon-sized company. So $1 trillion opportunity for those willing to go in early and take the risk. So heading over to Akshat, what trends are you seeing in the last 3 to 6 months, or what do you think is going to be really moving the market over the next 6 months to a year?
Yeah, I think speaking specifically within the crypto blockchain space, I think one of the most exciting applications of Web3, as Helen mentioned, right, is in the gaming space, where you're going from ecosystems, in-game economics controlled by essentially dictatorial powers to a in-game ecosystem of and by the people, whereby the assets that we are creating, including the ecosystem value generated by us as gamers, is actually owned by the gamers themselves. So I think there's a lot of scope for a rapid influx of users from Web 2.0 gaming to Web 3.0 gaming, and that's going to accelerate over time.
Awesome. Great. So one of the companies that we invested in 2.5-3 years ago, Guama, they already have 4 million monthly active users, all with a customer acquisition cost of 0. But the key thing is that they are an earn to play platform, and you are earning points, like basically gold. And right now that gold is fungible into Snickers bars and Pepsis. But in the future, very shortly, we're going to use a lot of the brand money and make that fungible or changeable, transferable into crypto. So hopefully we'll get one of the largest earn to play in terms of number of users platforms out there with Guama. So Kelly, you're up next.
Yeah. So yes. So I think there are a couple of things that we observe, right? Because we look at all the different areas in terms of blockchain itself. I think if you want to take it from a high level, right, we'll consider this the X to earn movement, right? So it could be play to earn, it could be listen to music to earn, it could be refer to earn, it could be anything to earn, right? So I think that movement is actually very exciting to us from a kind of a trend perspective, because this gives the power back to the users, right? Instead of the users being there, being the product, and they are the ones giving the data to the companies, they are now basically having empowered themselves to actually earn whether it's a good pocket money or whether it's a living, right? In certain countries like in Philippines, Vietnam. So we think that is actually very, very interesting trend. It will come to a point, we think, that it becomes political, where the governments may come in and say, hey, this is creating jobs. What can we do to help you? Or maybe we should clamp down, right? So there will be probably two kind of response from governments. So we are looking at this very, very closely. So the X to earn, we call it, right? Trend is there. The other trend that I think is also overlapping on this X to earn is the metaverse trend, right? Since obviously Facebook changed the name to Meta, everyone has been going crazy, right? Or going nuts over Meta now, or metaverses. So everybody that wasn't a metaverse became a metaverse suddenly, and everyone claims to be a metaverse. But I think this will come in two trends, right? One trend is that there will be these walled gardens, right? So like Facebook, all the big boys out there, they're gonna try to keep everything within their ecosystem. And then on the other side, like for example, Sandbox, they're gonna be as open as possible, right? So using NFTs, using open ownership, open source, they're gonna say, okay, you can bring your items into the metaverse, you can take it out, it doesn't matter to us, right? So I think there will be two, I would say, clashing ideologies there in the metaverse, and this is something that I think we're closely looking at.
Yeah, so if you caught our last demo day 19, we had Superworld, which we invested in January. Superworld is a metaverse, and they take the map of the world and they cut it up into 64 billion city block plots, each of which is an NFT. When I tested it out in January, the Bund was still available, so I bought the Shanghai Bund. And now the company is doing $500,000 in monthly revenue, and they closed 2 rounds since demo day just 6 months ago, and they're now getting ready to close their Series A round. So profitable as opposed to vapor, although it is virtual real estate. So Tony, kicking over to you.
I think a more recent trend that we have discovered is the digitalization of Chinese enterprise. We can clearly see in the last decade, US enterprise software or SaaS increased by probably 400-500% even on the public market after they become a public market versus NASDAQ or Dow Jones increasing roughly 200%. In China, I think really enterprise digitalization has really started taking place. We do see our portfolio companies like Jushuitan, like Leyan, like Xiaoyang Education. Their enterprise value went from 1x to probably 4 or 5x in just the last 6 months. And they're chasing by folks like Tiger, Coatue, KKR, all the largest fund globally. If you think about what US dollar could really invest in China today, healthcare, given what's going on with me to me better, it become very problematic in the second half of the year. So US dollar fund, especially those mega funds are stopping to invest. If you look at consumer, that's why we are seeing a lot of noodle place snacks are their price on 1 or 2 location or sometimes 10 location are valued over a couple $100 million. That's really driven by too much US dollar chasing too few opportunities. So a very shining place is enterprise software because given what's out there left, enterprise proven to be resilient across cycles, and US investor or US dollar investors, they look at historical trend in the last decade globally. They think China could potentially replicate what had happened. So that's probably the largest trend we're seeing from the rise of value in the portfolio company.
Great. So we're happy to have Helen, and we go way back. And in fact, I used to be a stock analyst. And when Helen first came to Asia, I had the honor and pleasure of explaining the difference between Sohu, Sina, and NetEase to her. And then, but since then, she's gone on to a massive career with multiple unicorns, where she was first or second check-in. So now you're within between funds, and I don't. There's about 300 VCs in the audience, and maybe you could share, I don't know if this is too sensitive, but share some of the advice that you might have, career advice in terms of what does it take to set up your own fund, or what is that transition like, or maybe just some general career advice as how to build a successful career as a VC, because the audience today is actually mostly other investors.
Okay, well, I think maybe I can share a bit about, having gone through a few cycles, because I started actually my career in the kind of the end of the dot-com bubble. And I saw that that crash, which wasn't very pleasant for VCs. And I think then, we saw the boom slowly of China. I think was very lucky. We invested in Alibaba in 2003. So we were at the very start of Taobao and Alipay, and then moved to China in 2005. So the likes of Tudou, invested in Tudou, which merged with Youku, and then I think that was Web 2.0 at the time. And also we saw some the Web 2.0 got very hot and then got turned very cold. And then like the last couple of years, we've seen the whole rise and I would say maturity of the whole mobile internet era. And I think just nowadays you hear valuations going up, you hear a few rounds being done in 1 year. I think it's all great, right? It's the whole ecosystem getting a lot of funding, but at the same time just to caution VCs, well, maybe younger fellow VCs, that these things come in cycles. When times are good, make the most of it, get your companies to raise more funding if possible, but not to waste that money, use it and spend it wisely. And then when times are tough, don't worry, there will always be new things coming out. There will always be new opportunities, but you do have to be patient. I think that is really, the key to like having staying power in the whole VC game.
Great. Yeah, so during that downturn in the crypto winter of 2018, Cartesi took almost a year just to raise $1 million. And here you can raise $1 million with a winning smile. So Akshat, over to you. Question is, can you give us a quick pitch of a recent investment that you've made? Problem, solution, traction, and why you thought it was special, or at least the opportunity and how they're attacking that opportunity, and what drew you to the team and that investment.
Yeah, sure. I guess we were talking about metaverse and gaming. There's a company here based in Hong Kong that is working on a social AR metaverse, and one of the first applications of that is essentially an AI NFT pet. So it's one that you don't view through VR, you don't view it through web, rather through AR. So you interact with this pet through your phone, your Google Glass, whatever it is, and you have to acquire and plant a token called MetaMask in order to feed and attract matterless creatures. So that's kind of the concept that they're working on. I think what's most exciting isn't necessarily the first application, but rather the underlying tech beneath it that is trying to solve the issue of social AR. So if you've ever played, Pokemon Go, for example, if two people want to view the same Pokemon in the same part of the room, it's basically not possible. It's a solo experience that you experience entirely on your own and your device. What this founder has solved and has some patents pending for is 2, 3, 4 devices being able to see the exact same thing, positioned the exact same way. So I think, while this first application that I mentioned, this, let's say AI/AR crypto Tamagotchi, is exciting, I think what's more exciting is all of the future applications that they're going to build upon this. So that one's called Matterless Studios. And if anyone wants to talk about that with me later, feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thanks, Akshat. Kelly, you're up.
Great, thanks. So I probably wouldn't talk so much about the later stage guys, because our focus is usually in Series B and C, right? So when we invested Sandbox, and the last round we put in 10 million, and then in the previous cycle where we invested in Animoca, all these guys have grown massively over the last, I guess, couple of months because of the whole uptake of NFTs and this whole pay to earn movement that's happening. Of course, led by Axie Infinity, right? That's the main guys who've shown that the model works in terms of getting people to play and earn, right? And be able to put food on the table, which I think is very, very important in those countries. But I think I want to talk about one particular new investment that we did, which is not as high profile as all these other guys, right? It's a company called Forza, right? Forza Arconia. It's coming out of Sweden. And what they do is essentially they help people who are first-time buyers into NFTs. So it's made to be super simple. Going there using credit card, don't have to worry about anything. Just go in there. Don't even need to set up your own wallet, and then the whole process is done. I think they timed the process. It was I think less than a minute versus if you go into OpenSea or any other platforms, it may take you minutes, right? 5 to 8 minutes, right? To set up your wallet, try to figure out everything. So they're trying to bring actually art and culture as well as history back to the people, right? In terms of digital ownership. The first thing they launched is actually the Berlin Wall NFT called the Mauer, right? That's in German. And they managed to sell out their 2,000 over pieces of wall, right? Art, right? Within the last couple of days. And what they're doing is actually they're showing people that it's possible to take culture, art, and history and basically put it together as an NFT and make it collectible. This is something that was, I'm sure you've seen all these CryptoPunks or the Bored Apes or any of this kind of NFTs. You look at it and say, why would anyone buy those, pixelated kind of NFTs and pay millions of dollars for them, right? But the concept is very simple. The concept is about ownership. It's about being in a group that you believe, can value add to your life. Whether you're flexing your financial muscle or you're flexing your status, it doesn't matter. But in this case, they are basically flexing the culture. right? How the Berlin Wall, when it fell, there was so much emotions, right? To the Germans, not only the Germans, but the people who are around it, the Russians, the Polish, they all had a very historical moment in the time. And these NFTs capture that. And they hope to actually, after selling the Berlin Wall, they continue on to other walls, maybe the Great Wall of China, other walls that are out there. So they want to show that art, culture, art, history, emotions can be captured with these NFTs, and that people will continue, collecting them. It's just a digitization of what we have, right, in the art market currently.
Okay, Tony. So you're up last but not least.
Sure. We on the metaverse side, we recently made an investment into Epic Games. Epic Games, the owner of Unreal Engine, I think probably powers roughly 17% of the entire gaming out there. If you compare Epic Games versus Unity. Unity predominantly provide gaming solution or real engines to build games or build virtual reality on mobile. Epic Games, the owner of Fortnite, also owns Unreal Engine, and Unreal Engine is really behind a lot of larger gamings on the 3D and on the desktop side. Epic Games probably do about 7 billion revenue a year, with about 1.5 billion EBITDA. And if you look at Unity's on the public market, close to $500 billion, Epic Games is tremendously undervalued, and we think there's a lot of potential by what Tim Sweeney is trying to build. And definitely it is the engine behind all the AR, VR, metaverse, and really the epicenter where potentially this could be $1 trillion opportunity. We're very lucky and honored to participate in the most recent secondary transaction where we able to purchase quite a sizable discount. Yes.
Great, wonderful. So thank you very much to our amazing VC panelists for sharing. And with that, I'm going to kick it back to Oscar for our demo day pitches. Oscar.
Good. Okay, thank you very much to all the panelists. I also need to get this clicker here. So if you like these insights, if you like to learn more about the movers and shakers of the startup community, no longer in China, but not just in China, but in Asia or other parts of the world, we have a podcast. We run a podcast called the Asia Startup Pulse, where you have the opportunity to hear more about what all of these people that we have an opportunity to work together, founders, investors, some ecosystem players, to learn more about specific areas, learn more about geographies, learn more about technologies, trends, stages of development of a company, from scaling, from internationalization to even launching. I mean, how you launch a unicorn, how are the first early days of a unicorn, and what can you learn from that? So you can apply those lessons to your companies. So you can scan it here, or you can search for us in almost every single podcast network where they're relatively easy to find. And with that, it's time to meet the startups. But before we meet the startups, all the pitches are gonna be translated into Chinese. So if you prefer to hear the presentations of the companies in Chinese, what you need to do is simply in your Zoom, and I'm going to show a slide now where you can see that in your Zoom you have an option to change from English to Chinese. Okay, you have a screen here where you can see how to change it in the desktop version or the mobile version. Okay, and with that, before that, if you're interested in learning more about the companies, if you want to be able to let us know what do you think about the companies, you want to communicate with the founders, one of the things that you can do, you can scan any of these QR codes. And then with these QR codes, you can let us know, I would like to connect with this startup. I would like to learn more about that. And you can also give them some feedback. You can always tell the startup, I think that what you do is really interesting. I think that what you're doing is really clear, or I don't understand what you do. Okay, if you are following, if you're attending the event offline, you can also scan some of the QR codes that the team are sharing in the room, and you also have that QR code in the flyers. Okay, so in Taipei, in Kuala Lumpur or Shanghai, you can do that. And now, without any more delay, let's welcome the first startup that is going to be presenting today. Please, big applause for Tesh, CEO and founder of MarketForce. Woo!
Meet Kevin. Kevin lives in Kenya, which is in a country in East Africa. Kevin lives in Nairobi. Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya and has over 3 million people. Kevin lives with his family, which is his wife and 3 lovely kids. He also runs a shop. Kevin's shop serves 300 customers every single day. And in a given month, Kevin is able to sell $5,000 worth of goods and takes home $500. Every single morning, Kevin has to wake up really early to head to the market to purchase inventory for his store. He spends 1 hour to go there, 1 hour in the market, and has to spend another hour going back. All this time, he spends over $50 every month on transport, and his shop remains closed while he's away. And that means when his customers come, they miss out on purchasing and he misses out on sales. Kevin's customers also want to buy more products, but Kevin has very limited working capital. That means he's not able to fully stock his shop. He has limited SKUs as a result and loses out on more sales. We are MarketForce. MarketForce offers a B2B commerce marketplace that allows merchants like Kevin to order hundreds of SKUs delivered to their store within 24 hours. We also enable merchants to earn 20% extra income by selling financial services like mobile airtime recharge. Lastly, based on the purchasing patterns of these merchants, we're able to give them a credit score and extend working capital loans to ensure they're fully stocked. As we also help manufacturers to access real-time intelligence on how their products are performing in the market, enabling them to optimize how they deliver these goods and services. This is how it works. Merchants are able to download our app and register. They're able to browse hundreds of products by category or brand. They add the products to the cart, review the cart and select the payment method, and they're able to check out with cash or credit. And lastly, we confirm the order and make the delivery as promised. MarketForce makes 5% of every order transaction placed through our platform. In Africa, 90% of consumer purchasing happens through merchants like Kevin. This equates to over $1.4 trillion in spend every single year. My co-founder and I met while studying computer science at the University of Nairobi. We went on to co-found a software consulting company and later a travel tech, which we exited to Hotel Online. We've been able to build a team of over 100 people in Kenya and now Nigeria, of people passionate about logistics, FMCG, marketplaces, telco, and everything it takes to build the largest retail distribution platform on the continent. Today, we serve over 75,000 merchants in Kenya, and we have just launched Nigeria, which is a market with over 40 million merchants and the most populous market in the continent. We're growing over 40% month on month in both GMV and GTV, and we're on track to actualize over $60 million in annualized transaction volume by next month.
Paul, so you can let us know if you're interested in connecting with the company. If you are offline, remember you can scan the QR code. We have more people sharing them now, so you can connect with the companies. And now we're gonna get ready to welcome our next company. Please, big applause for Marco, CEO and founder of Ensure. Come on. Unmute, Marco.
Hurricanes, floods, droughts. Global warming is increasing risk to everyone from farmers to homeowners to corporations. But most people have no protection from these extreme and increasingly frequent events. In the US, 5 out of 6 households are not insured against floods. In the Philippines, 97% of people are not covered for damage caused by hurricanes. The good news is that innovative insurance providers have identified this as an opportunity and are creating new products to tap into this unserved market. But the big problem is that these innovative insurance providers cannot sell new products unless they can raise capital from reinsurance companies. Reinsurance companies provide coverage to insurance companies so they can take on more risk. The reinsurance industry hasn't changed for over 200 years. Reinsurance companies are slow in accepting new products. They are expensive, and their processes are manual and inefficient. We are Insuro. Insuro has created an alternative to reinsurance companies. By leveraging blockchain technology, we can bring efficiency to the insurance value chain. Our technology opens up investment in the lucrative insurance industry to any type of investors, bypassing traditional reinsurers, and bringing capital to innovative insurance providers, dispersing it in a fast and efficient way. Let me show you how it works. Insuro collects capital from investors in the form of stablecoins, a cryptocurrency pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. The stablecoin that investor commit are stored inside a liquidity pool governed by smart contracts. Insuro partners with the innovative insurance provider that create and sell parametric insurance product. A parametric insurance product is an insurance product with a predetermined payout, which is triggered automatically by an event, like a flood of a certain depth or a wind of a certain speed. Insuro provides the capital collected in the liquidity pool to innovative insurance providers. Innovative insurance providers then sell their products to policyholders that pay a premium using fiat currency, like US dollars or cryptocurrencies. The premium are then converted to stablecoin and sent to the smart contract that automatically locks up capital. These guarantee the payout to the policyholder if an adverse event is triggered. If the data source registered an adverse event, such as wind speed or flood waters above a certain level, then a blockchain oracle will detect that the event occurred and automatically trigger the smart contract, immediately releasing the funds to the policyholders. Insuro, the innovative insurance providers, and the investor make money by collecting a portion of their premium. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, is revolutionizing the world's financial system, breaking down barriers and enabling anyone to participate in any financial transaction through decentralized protocols that will replace the current centralized financial infrastructure. Decentralized exchange, decentralized derivative platform, option, lending platform, and much more. The entire DeFi space is growing very quickly, from zero in 2017 to over 110 billion US dollars as of now. And Insuro is well positioned to be the leading decentralized reinsurance protocol. Parametric insurance is a 100 billion US dollar market, touching many industries, including agriculture, travel, climate resilience, and cybersecurity. And our technology allows us to be faster and more cost-effective than traditional insurance and reinsurance companies. Our team is experienced in reinsurance, blockchain, software engineering, and risk management. I am Marco Mirabella, CEO of Insuro. Before Insuro, I was the Chief Strategy Officer for Bigo, the biggest price comparison website in Southeast Asia, where I helped drive expansion to 8 new countries, doubling the annual revenues in just 1 year. I also co-founded Cartesi, a blockchain company that has grown to a market capitalization of around $1 billion US. Guillermo, our CTO, is a senior entrepreneur with 25 years of software development experience. His first startup was an ERP company that is handling $300 million US in annual transactions. And he drove his last company, an audio platform for radio on demand, from 0 to 1 million monthly active users. Colin, our CFO, has over 30 years of experience in the reinsurance space. He was the Latin America CFO for Markel, an $18 billion US reinsurance company. Luca is our mathematician, a PhD candidate from Oxford University, and Giacomo has extensive experience in risk management, working for one of the biggest financial institutions in the Netherlands. We are supported by advisors with deep experience in both blockchain and reinsurance. Garrett is the president of the brokers team for CRC, a $44 billion US insurance broker. Chris was the head of innovation for the Hartford Group, a $24 billion insurance company. Joe was the global chief actuary for Altera, an insurance company acquired by Markel for $3 billion US. And Darren was a senior advisor for Emurgo, the business arm of Cardano, the #3 blockchain in the world, with a market capitalization of $68 billion US. Ensuro won the first prize in the Binance Hackathon, participated in the Chinaccelerator focused on emerging markets, supported by Coinbase, Deutsche Telekom, and many governments, as well as the World Food Project. And finally, Ensuro was selected for the Cardano Catalyst Fund 6 community grant. And today, we are very proud to announce that Ensuro has received in-principle approval from the Bermuda Monetary Authority for a license as an insurance general business and digital asset business. This makes Ensuro the first licensed decentralized reinsurance company in the world. We recently closed our seed round, and we're now connecting with investors that will be interested in our pre-A round. If you're interested in learning more, let's set up a time to chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marco, for the presentation, for sharing us what you've been doing what you've been up to. So for everyone online, we're gonna give a bit more time. A few people mentioned that they didn't have time to let us know that they wanted to communicate with the companies. We're trying to make it as easy as possible. You have the information of the companies on the flyers. You have the information of the companies in the different websites that we'll share with you. But if you want us to proactively connect you with the companies, just let us know and we'll make it happen. Okay, so with that, let's get ready to welcome the next company for today. Please, big applause for Ahmed, CEO and founder of DX1.
Hello, this is Hannah. She lives in Cairo and she works as a product manager in one of the largest food delivery companies of Egypt. Her company makes millions of orders annually. But one day there is a problem. There's a sudden drop in orders in one of the neighborhoods, although the app is just working fine. Hannah doesn't understand what's happening. Hannah goes to her analytics dashboard, but she can only see number of orders. The dashboard does not show why orders are dropping so much. Hannah knows that customer service team speaks with clients every day in real time. And if there is a problem, they probably would know why. But customer service team is very busy speaking to customers, responding to app chat and social media. They don't have the time or the tools to assess and analyze what's happening. The data that Hannah needs is logged into voice recordings of customer calls. It's also logged in chat messages from social media and the app. The data is huge, unstructured, and scattered. And the worst more to come, Those conversations are in 16 different dialects of Arabic. To unlock the data, Hannah needs to listen to hundreds of thousands of voice records and hundreds of thousands of chat messages. We are DX1. We use machine learning to extract information and knowledge from voice and chat conversations in multiple Arabic dialects and other languages, and deliver actionable insights to people like Hannah so they can understand what their customers really want in real time, turning insights into sales. Let me show you how this works. Hannah signs up in DX1 and then selects different scenarios from our templates based on what kind of analysis she wants our AI assistant. Then she connects DX1 to her company's customer communication channels, such as her company Facebook page, her call center records, her app, and much more. And that's it. Now, with just few clicks, Hannah can see automatically generated dashboards showing the call center records, the social media chats. She can track complaints about delivery time in real time, match that with the order volumes. And it turns out that this neighborhood that had drop-off in orders had a huge increase in delivery time. Not only that, DX1's AI shows customers mentioning a competitor delivery time being faster than her delivery time. Hannah now knows that the competition is launching in the neighborhood and making discounts and paying bounties to freelance delivery for priority. She knows what to do. Hannah uses DX1 to target her customers in affected neighborhood with a special offer, alerts the driver operations team to get aggressive, and just like that, sales comes back pouring again. The more Hannah uses DX1, the more money we make. The annual subscription value is based on the volume of messages, the depth of analysis, and the number of templates the customer uses. The market for digital assistance and messaging analysis is growing 40% year over year, from $3 billion US dollars today, going up to $44 billion annually by 2026, according to Gartner. And the Middle East region is a green field in this area, and whomever leads now rules. So DX1 is an AI digital assistant that tells Hannah in real time what's happening with her clients, so she stays on top of the business while intuitively automating and personalizing the chat conversations. We are unique in the market because of our AI deep understanding of Arabic dialects that gives us the leading accuracy in insights and conversation automation, enabling us to deliver near human experience that Silicon Valley technology giants cannot offer. And our comparable in US, Medallia, has been acquired for $6.5 billion US dollars. My name is Ahmed. I'm the founder and the CEO of DX1. I have 20 years of experience in technology and AI. And before DX1, I worked for technology giants such as Microsoft, Vodafone, and others, and successfully transformed education, e-government, and banking in 7 different Arabic countries. I have more than 10 years of experience in selling technology to enterprises and closed the biggest deal of Microsoft history in Qatar of $250 million annually. And it's not just me. The entire team are coming from technology giants experience or regional unicorns. Our superior AI accuracy and deep understanding of Arabic dialects helped us improve our clients' profits by 27% from the insights we delivered. And we have signed many leading regional enterprises in banking, healthcare, government, and more. And the number of messages we have analyzed is ramping strongly. And we just this year analyzed more than 4 million messages. And this month alone, we beat both IBM and Microsoft and signed Buba, a $17 billion health insurance company, for $500,000 contract in Saudi Arabia. I'm also proud to announce that we won against Google and signed Egyptian Ministry of Justice for a contract of $1.5 million annually. We have already reached 10x year-over-year growth in our revenues. We doubled this quarter our revenues from the previous quarter. And we signed this quarter alone $2 million worth of contracts.
Thank you, Ahmed, for the presentation. We had some problems here in the audio, but luckily everyone else was able to hear the presentation with no problem. So if you're interested in chatbots, NLP, very specifically using and specialized on Arabic languages, able to analyze all the dialects, voice and text, let us know. We're happy to connect. You have the online survey where you can ask us directly to connect with the companies, or you can connect with them. I see some people that still was scanning. If you're offline in Taipei or in Kuala Lumpur and you want to be able to connect more directly with the companies, just let us know. We can provide you the link to scan. And now, time to get ready to welcome our next company. Please, big applause for Guillaume, founder and CEO of Atato.
I would like to introduce John. John is the CEO of Big Bank, a large traditional bank. John is freaking out. His customers want to buy Bitcoin. And John brings in advisors. He looks at all the risks, but in the end, the customer is always right. So John decides to set up a crypto branch for his bank. He lays out the big vision. Big Bank will now offer its customers crypto. Corporate customers, high net worth customers, retail customers, everyone will be able to buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum with a trusted institution, Big Bank. Big Bank is going to do amazing things. The service will be fully regulated. They will offer trading of not just major crypto, but also the smaller regional tokens his clients want. Big Bank will provide a great user experience for the crypto newbies. The regulators and the customers are amazed. Finally, the real professionals are getting into crypto. Now it's time for John to deliver on the promise. John knows how to offer securities trading, but he doesn't know how you sell local tokens with a great UX and in compliance with the local regulations. John learns that he needs a crypto custodian, someone to secure his customers' tokens. But the crypto custodians don't care about Big Bank. They don't care about John. They're making lots of money serving the big traders who only care about the major crypto where all the volume is. Meanwhile, John is under more pressure. His clients now want DeFi and NFT. They want to have a crypto account in their bank. They want their bank to give them a wallet. They want to start staking their tokens and earn some yield. There's no crypto custodian on the market for John. He needs his local tokens, regulated, with support for DeFi and NFT. All of that built for newbies. We are Atato Custody. We provide a crypto custody platform for large banks and crypto exchanges that is regulated, supports all tokens, not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, and enable banks and exchanges to work with DeFi and NFT. It's simple enough that customers new to crypto can use it. Let me show you how it works. John goes to Atato platform and signs up. Then he will invite his colleagues to Atato Custody. Together, they will define the rules and policies governing how their digital assets can be moved. In addition to this, they will use Atato's API to integrate our product in their banking system and environment. Now on the e-banking, his customers can start making deposits and withdrawal of their crypto. All that secured with a user-friendly mobile application. We charge our customers on a SaaS basis based on the number of users. There's $400 billion of crypto in custody today. It is a big market. We are a custodian that's focused on helping institutions, from banks to exchanges, to serve their users, from the user's cash account to an exchange wallet. Others are focused on moving funds between exchanges or the long-term cold storage. Our efficient technology provides lower operational costs and support a broader range of tokens and protocols. Our team has been bringing blockchain tech to the market since 2018 with backgrounds in trading, crypto security, investment banking, and compliance. I'm Guillaume, and before founding Atato, I was the Chief Information Officer for a 1,000-people corporation running a $3 million yearly tech budget. Maxime, our co-founder, was managing APAC's largest food commodity trader with yearly volumes in excess of 500 million US. Vasily, our CTO, previously developed Thailand's first crypto exchange to reach 1 million users. And Clément, our head of legal, was leading corporate and compliance for Dextra, a group of 30 companies with a yearly revenue of 150 million US. Vanish Iyer, our head of business development, managed investment deals in excess of $1 billion US at Standard Chartered City. We are very proud of the team of advisors that has come together to help Atato. Akala is the founder of ZipMex, Asia's fastest growing retail crypto exchange. Sebastian, our financial advisor, has taken 3 companies to their Series B. And Christos, our market advisor, is the founder of a Monaco-based fund with 200 million of assets under management. We signed partnership with world-class industry leaders like Consensus, the world's largest blockchain technology provider. Financial leaders like Siam Commercial Bank with SCB 10X at $14 billion, Thailand's largest commercial bank, trust us. And we just launched this month and are happy to announce that we have signed APAC's fastest growing exchange as one of our first customers. Thanks to our proprietary technology, clients operating our solution end up paying 70% less in blockchain fees per transaction, something they pay themselves. When an exchange creates a wallet for a new client of theirs, they're paying around $50 US in network fees when working with one of our competitors. With us, they pay 0. And we just received our digital asset custody license from the Hong Kong regulator. We have over 80 companies in our pipeline, including a number of leading Asian banks, all waiting to access our product.
Thank you, Guillaume, for sharing. Again, as in every other single case, you have already the survey there, so you can let us know if you're interested in learning more our enterprise solutions, working with traditional companies that are getting into the crypto world, and they want to do that always in a safe and regulated way. And now let's get ready to welcome our resident entrepreneur pitching live from Shanghai. Please, big applause for Scarlett, CEO and founder of Zebra Labs.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Sleepy? Now we're going to get some excitement. Okay, let's meet Da Zhang Wei. Anyone knows Da Zhang Wei? Okay, I see many hands online and also locally. So I saw many hands. You know, he's a very famous musician, and I saw the smiles on all the girls. And he's also a great comedian, as you know. He is on many variety shows in China and watched by millions of people on these TV variety shows. And he obviously has a lot of celebrity friends. This one is Xue Ziqian, Wang Yibo. Can I hear the scream? No scream, okay. And obviously he is a celebrity himself, and he has 20 million fans on his social accounts. And you know how an artist or celebrity in China that makes money, right? They get paid by attending these TV shows. Da Zhang Wei makes also music, so he produced album and he makes money on the albums he produces. And obviously we organize concert for him and his fans can meet him, and he also makes money by providing concert. And of course, endorsement deals, product endorsement is a great way of to monetize for the artist. So we see a problem, right? The main problem of Chinese artists or also internationally, that they get paid by the hour, by their physical presence at the events, at the shows, or shooting for the the brand endorsements. And what happened in the last few years? COVID hit. What happened? Da Zhengwei's fans spending most of their times now in AR and VR and games in the metaverse. And obviously, Da Zhengwei's income has went down in the last few years. So we are Zebra Labs. We want to provide a one-stop solution for celebrities to enter the metaverse. We want to help them to enter metaverse and make more money. And let me introduce Wookie. Wookie will be an avatar for Da Zhangwei. He's actually one of the personality traits for Da Zhangwei that is in the metaverse, in the parallel universe. Wookie now coming to the physical world to meet with Da Zhangwei. We will create Wookie for Da Zhangwei, manage Wookie, and also help him to market in the metaverse and monetize. So how this work? Very simple. We sign an exclusive contract with Da Zhangwei, and we transform Da Zhangwei into Wookie. Then we will work with our top grade Hollywood production team to make very high quality content, top quality content, PGC content for Wookie. It's very important to launch Wookie with top content because we're going to have a lot of UGC avatars around, but very few PGC enabled avatar. That's our entry strategy. And we will launch the video, the short film on Chinese platforms such as Tencent Music Entertainment, Douyin, or Bilibili. And as well as with our international team, we are launching them, the short film on YouTube, TikTok, and Netflix. So now Wookie's fans will be able to see Wookie on a great big screen or short screen, but top quality content. And our team at the Zebra Labs will manage Wookie's social account on various locations and different countries as well. So Wookie's fans will be able not only wait for the PGZ film to come out periodically, but interact daily on the social accounts. Wookie will be reachable much more frequently than the celebrities today. And Wookie obviously will be attending variety shows inside the metaverse. Virtual concerts, right? Some of you probably have already seen it. We will definitely organize virtual concerts for Wookie. And also brands endorsements. Actually today with the metaverse booming, many brands are rushing inside the metaverse to launch their brand inside the metaverse, and we want to get Wookie ready for the opportunity. And also we will enable Wookie to be able to interact with his fans in the games, in their favorite video games and VR and XR environment. So now we have Wookie not only presenting himself inside the metaverse, but he's also can be monetized in the physical world as well. So by deploying Wookie on both worlds, we're helping Da Zhangwei to make more money. And you all know Marvel, right? I see some smiles. Marvel created this superhero, a collection of superheroes out of existing cartoon IP. And we are creating our superheroes from celebrities in the physical world, and we are helping them to transform into the metaverse. Inside the metaverse, we will manage these IPs, distribute them, and promote them, and of course, monetize. As you know, by 2028, the metaverse market, the industry will be reaching $840 billion. It's a huge market. And let's look at China. By today, China's virtual idol business, which is recently becoming very, very hot, growth 70% year on year, as if today. And by 2021, the entire virtual idol related business, including AR, VR, XR, is going to reach 100 billion RMB. We are Zebra Labs. We are different from the others. We position ourselves as in the left-hand corner of this chart, that we will produce high quality content for the virtual idols, and we will promote them inside the metaverse. We are different from many other players in this industry. Most of them are focusing on UGC content. And also many of them on the right-hand side corner, that they are still busy with their physical world business. My name is Scarlett Lee, and I am the founder and the CEO of Zebra Labs. I started my career as managing China's #1 music channel, Channel V, in the 2000s. It's actually a part of News Corp at the time. And then I have co-founded with the first ever Chinese music rights distribution company in China. And we sold it to Tencent Music Entertainment when they got listed. And then I also founded actually one of the earliest event, concert, and festival business in China. Over the 10 years, I organized more than 1,000 festivals and concerts. I worked with multiple brands over these years. And the latest concert I organized, many of you, if you're the Z generation, you will know, is the EDC, the Electronic Daisy Carnival, which is the #1, the largest EDM festival in the world. And we launched it in Shanghai. And the event business was sold to China Media Capital in 2019. Over the years, I worked with many famous celebrities and artists, Jay Chou. And here you will find many artists that you know in their young days. And also internationally with many famous international EDM artists. And please also meet my partner, our co-founder, Ryan Wang. He's also the COO of our company. Ryan is a seasoned Silicon Valley investor focused on VR, XR technology. And he invests in many pioneering technology companies, including Wave. Wave has, from the past few years, Wave organized more than 50 virtual concerts and featuring major artists such as John Legend, The Weeknd, and just a few days ago, Justin Bieber. Ryan also invested in a VR game company called The Big Box, which is exited to Facebook earlier this year. Please also meet our other partner, our Chief Creative Officer, Vlad Biner. He started his career as the VFX specialist with The Matrix. He worked on The Man of Steel and also Lion King. And most recently, you probably all know this IP, The Mandalorian. So we have signed our first artist, Da Zhang Wei. Now we have 20 million fan base. And we are signing 2 more and in discussion with 5 more artists. So by the end of this negotiation, we're going to have 160 million fan base with our starters. And our quality content produced by our first-tier production team, the content will be distributed in China and outside of China with various of platforms that we are now in talk with. Our vision is to be the Disney in the new metaverse world. It sounds really grand, but it's going to happen in the metaverse. And we want to produce very high quality content and provide happiness to the people in the metaverse and also the physical world.
So we're going to launch the poll soon online, so you can let us know if you're interested in learning more and connecting with Scarlett. But now let's get ready to welcome the next founder. We are halfway there. We have 5 companies done, 5 more to go. Please, big applause for Luther, CEO and founder of Price Pally. Woo-hoo. Luther, you're still muted.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Meet April. April lives in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, with a very popular city with over 20 million people. She's a millennial with a 9-to-5 job, and she's happily married with 2 kids. She loves to cook for her family, but April hates going to the open air markets to buy the foodstuff she needs to cook for the family. And you can't blame her, because the traffic to these open air markets is horrible. It takes her over 2 hours to get back and forth from these markets. Another headache is the fact that prices at these open air markets are always high, unpredictable, and not transparent. April has to bargain and haggle with each seller to get a good deal. Another major concern for her is the quality at the open air markets. The quality of these food items changes all the time because there are many middlemen supplying these market sellers. Another critical concern for April is the safety of the food items in these open air markets. It is impossible to track it as there is no traceability, and sometimes many farmers suffer from polluted soil, polluted water, and some farmers even use high levels of pesticides. Even though this is a major concern for her, she has no way to know or avoid the risk. All the problems April faces to feed her family is indicative of a much bigger problem, which is the fact that the food system serving these African cities is generally broken. The World Food Programme reports that middle-income families in major cities like Lagos, Nigeria, spend up to 60% of their income on food alone. And for low-income families, it's even worse. They spend up to 90% of their income on food. But the reason for this is not far-fetched. This broken distribution and sales channels increases prices consumers pay by up to 2.5 times the original price of the food. We are Price Pally. We help families like April get farm-fresh food items delivered to their doorstep at very affordable prices. Price Pally enables families to come together to buy food in bulk or to share bulk food items sourced directly from farmers and wholesalers, which makes it cheaper and fresher than buying at retail. This is what the traditional model looks like today. There are several middlemen between the farmer and the consumer, which adds to the cost of the food items and reduces the quality of the food items before it reaches the consumer. Whereas the Price Pally model creates an alternative and efficient food system whereby we leverage technology to aggregate demand in the cities and efficiently match this demand to the supply, cutting out many layers of middlemen, reducing the cost, and guaranteeing the freshness of the products. Let me show you how it works. First, April logs on to pricevalley.com, or she can download the app on iOS or on the Android store. Once she registers and signs in, she has access to different categories of food items, and she can explore and start shopping. For example, she can buy this big basket of tomatoes by herself by just adding to cart, or she can decide to choose to group buy the basket of tomatoes together with other shoppers by using the group purchase pally option. Once she's done adding her items to the cart, she checks out, makes a secure payment, and her order is delivered the next day. Market opportunity here is very huge. It is over $100 billion across top cities in Africa. The population of these cities is young and continues to grow. And the lack of a fresh food supply gives Price Valley a unique opportunity to take a huge chunk of this market in a short time. Against the competition, we are well positioned because of our group buy function and streamlined supply chain, which gives consumers much lower prices, and our neighborhood delivery is much more convenient for them rather than traveling all the way to the open air markets. My name is Luther. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Price Valley. This is my fourth time as an e-commerce startup founder. I had an exit with my second startup, and the third and immediate previous startup, which I CEO'd, is doing great, seeing tremendous growth under a new management which we brought in since I started Price Valley. Jumai, our COO, founded Kasua Foods, a food sourcing supply company, which she ran for about over 5 years, and where she gained deep knowledge and insights in the food space. Mosun runs the data and customer success angle of things, and she previously helped our last e-commerce startup scale from 0 to over $1 million in GMV. Deepak, our CTO, is a full stack developer with over 7 years experience, and he has built several digital platforms that scaled from 0 to hundreds of thousands of users with millions of dollars in revenue. Our partners in this journey include SOSV and other well-known organizations across the world, including the World Food Programme. Price Valley started in Lagos, and we recently expanded to a second city in Abuja, called Abuja, and we are planning to expand to 2 other cities in Nigeria in the coming year. Since our launch in November 2019, we have served thousands of families, growing at about 35% month on month. Families love what we do at Price Valley so much that 7 out of 10 families who try us out become repeat customers month over month. This strong retention rate has enabled us grow from our GMV from about $15,000 about just 7 months ago to over $100,000 today.
Thank you, Luther, for the presentation. And yeah, some people here on the ground might be very familiar with this business model. So some of us have seen that company. If you are online and you want to learn more about this company, we just send a poll. So please let us know. There's a small time that we have to answer. So please be fast, and we'll make sure that tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we'll connect you with the companies so you can have further conversation with them. And now let's move forward. Coming back to Beijing, let's welcome our next company. Please meet Wan Chuan, CEO and founder of Zimo.
Meet Jessie. Jessie lives in Irvine, California. She just had a baby and decided to become a full-time mom. Jessie often gathers with other moms and shares baby care tips and advice. Jessie figured out a special way she changes diapers with less mess and less crying. One day, one of the other moms recorded her diaper changing technique and loaded the video up on YouTube. The video went totally viral, reached millions of views. Jessie started make more videos and created her own baby care advice channel on YouTube. Her YouTube channel started to take off. People from all over the world were watching her videos. And to Jessie's surprise, YouTube started to pay her money. Not only that, but brands offered to pay her for promotions and video reviews. One day, Jessie tried out the YouTube subtitle function to add English captions to her videos, and it drove a big increase in views and shares. From that point on, Jessie subtitled and captioned all her videos. But Jessie had a major problem. The subtitles were often wrong, especially when there were background noise from the baby. All the extra editing cost Jessie 3 hours to accurately subtitle a 15-minute English video. YouTube subtitle service only works on videos played on YouTube. Jessie couldn't use it to subtitle any videos loaded on other social platforms, especially Facebook. And Jessie also discovered the YouTube's caption service doesn't get indexed for search engines. Jessie is sick of bad subtitles, but she had no other option until now. We are Zimo.ai. Zimo uses automatic speech recognition to translate subtitles into 15 languages and automatically subtitle videos with over 90% accuracy, even in noisy environments. Let me show you how it works. Jessie logs on to Zimo with her Google account. She selects Zimo auto subtitling feature. She uploads her video and chooses the languages she wants her English video to be translated into. After she pays, the video is translated and subtitled in just a few minutes. She fixed a few errors in the transcription using our online editing tool, and it's easy to change the text style and position. When she is finished the video with subtitles in multiple languages, it's ready to be downloaded. Jessie is happy with Zimo. She can spend more time on creating awesome content now that she isn't editing and working with translators. The global digital content creation market is projected to reach $51 billion in the next 5 years. Zimo is the best because we are offering automatic translation into multiple languages, and we are much more accurate against noisy backgrounds. Zimo's founding team shares 7 years of co-working experience since the Sogo days. I headed the R&D team of 40 at Sogo Input Master, which is a product used by 300 million daily active users. Qiu Miao was the chief architect of a new product at Meituan. Chunwei was the leader managing a team of over 20 engineers at an X Series C startup company. We already have 1.4 million customers on our platform and growing 8% each month. We have also signed over 2,000 enterprises clients, including business in education, media, entertainment, and professional services. We are proud to announce that the total hours of video we have subtitled has now exceeded 220,000 hours. And we have hit 35,000 US dollars in monthly revenue. Thanks everyone. We are Zimo. Thank you.
Thank you, Wenchuan, for the presentation. So big trend of Chinese companies bringing something that works really well in China in a very advanced ecosystem with influencers and expanding that technology and the use cases to other parts of the world. If you want to learn more about Zimo, if you want to connect with the company, feel free to tell us, let us know through the form. And now, time to move forward. 2 more startups to go. Please welcome the next company, Inam, founder and CEO of Eggbuzz. Come on.
Meet Abdul. Abdul has a small shop that he runs by himself. Abdul's shop is located in Jatrabari, a densely populated neighborhood in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Abdul sells a wide range of basic consumer products to customers from nearby streets, such as cooking oil, rice, flour, soap, etc. And he tracks his sales and inventory using pen and paper. Abdul works with more than 20 different suppliers who delivers various brands' goods to him. Sales rep from each supplier visit him once a week to manually take order and then deliver the goods as per their schedule. But Abdul has a problem. His working capital is only 2,000 US dollars. So the amount of inventory he can buy is limited. And when he runs out of inventory, he loses sales to other nearby shops, reducing his earning and potentially losing him a long-term customer. We are Eggbuzz. We are building a business-to-business Amazon-like service for mom and pop shops in Bangladesh, connecting food brands over digital to shop owners like Abdul. Using the Eggbuzz mobile app, Abdul can easily track his shop's inventory and sales and buy products now and pay later with short-term loans. Ordering is efficient and delivery on time, made possible with our supply chain warehouse and logistic capability. Let's take a look how it works. Abdul downloads the Eggbuzz business app from the Google Play mobile app store. He enters his mobile phone number and receives an SMS PIN. Abdul then registers his business details, such as name, address, with Eggbuzz. He then browses through the catalog of exclusive products from Eggbuzz consumer product partners and adds them to his cart. He selects a delivery date and hits the order button. Now Eggbuzz automatically applies credit term for this order and informs Abdul his payment is due within 7 or 15 days. Once we receive the order, we pick and pack the items and deliver them on the date requested. And a few days later, we collect the money from Abdul as per the credit terms. Now, Abdul never runs out of inventory, so he never loses sales. And Eggbuzz earns up to 15% margin on the products delivered. Every day, Abdul also uses the Eggbuzz mobile app's point of sales capability to track his sales and track how much credit he is giving to his own customer. He sends automatic reminder to his customer for payment collection, thus improving his own cash flow. Now, Abdul is happy because now he can offer more types of products, never runs out of inventory, and can manage his credit exposure to both his suppliers and customers. There are more than 1.4 million neighborhood shops like Abdul in Bangladesh. Each year, more than 80 billion US dollar in GMV flows through these neighborhood shops and is growing at 6% per annum. Eggbuzz is different because we are only focused on mom and pop shops, selling fast-moving consumer goods, leveraging our strong partnership with major local brands And we provide localized warehouse, last mile logistic, and credit support. My name is Inam. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Eggbuzz. And previously, I was the technical lead for intelligent business application in Microsoft. And I have designed and developed large-scale supply chain solution for various global FMCG companies. Now, growing up, my family owned a mom and pop shop, and I launched Eggbuzz because I understood the challenges of small shop owners. My co-founder Zobaida has over 15 years of sales and marketing experience, working with various FMCG companies in Bangladesh, including in Intertech, where she led a team of 5 and landed $120 million monthly year sales deal with British American Tobacco. Now, we have also partnered with the largest private bank in Bangladesh to make financial services available to unbanked businesses like Abdul from next year. And currently, we are the exclusive dealer for over 30 plus products from 4 major fast-moving consumer good companies. And we have over 500 new products from 30 plus brands in the pipeline as we scale our operation in the coming months. We have signed up 1,700 shops in just the Jattabari area. And in spite of severe COVID restrictions, we are growing almost 10% month over month. And we are happy to announce we have increased our monthly GMV by more than 6 times just this year alone to $8,500 now.
Presentation. So this was our first investment in Bangladesh. And as we told you earlier, we're very bullish in the opportunity on the market. We're launching soon a new program in Bangladesh where we have already our local partners to work with that. So if you're interested in learning more about Eggbuzz, if you want to be connected with the founder, let us know. And again, we will make the connection and make sure that you have an opportunity to talk with the company. And now, yes, 2 more companies to go. Please, let's welcome with a big applause, Adam, CEO and founder of Asset Direct.
I'd like to introduce Manmeet. Manmeet lives in Mumbai, India, where he runs a small shop. He sells things like chocolate bars, snacks, cigarettes, and Pepsi. Manmeet sells about $30 worth of product in an average day, of which he takes home about $5 in profit. Manmeet supports his family through his earnings at the shop. They live in a very modest neighborhood, but Manmeet has bigger dreams for his family. He wants to send his children to college, and he wants to move to a better neighborhood and into a bigger home. We are Asset Direct. We help people like Manmeet start selling financial products and services to their customers, giving them a long-term recurring income stream that means they can change their life, change the lives of their families, and change the lives of people in their local community. Manmeet can help his customers apply for loans, insurance, investments, and other financial products through the Asset Direct app. And we direct the applications to our network of financial service partners. Let's see how it works. Asset Direct partners with distribution partners around the world, from Canada to India. Distribution partners include point-of-sale terminal providers and companies selling small shop owners like Manmeet products, such as wholesale grocery platforms and phone card suppliers. Distribution partners have networks of thousands and tens of thousands of mom and pop shops, and one of them is Manmeet. The distribution partner signs up Manmeet to the Asset Direct app. Manmeet is trusted in his community. His customers know him. Manmeet displays an Asset Direct QR code in his shop. The customer scans the QR code in his store and is taken to our site to enter their information. They receive an email and can apply on the spot or later. After the application hits our system, we automatically match the best products from our network of financial product partners. The customer gets a list of recommended products, and in this case, it's a loan from MoneyView. After the customer is approved, the funds are delivered directly to their digital wallet, a credit card, or even in the form of a digital gift card. Asset Direct shares revenue from the financial service provider with the distribution partner and Manmeet, and we take a cut for ourselves. And sometimes the customer uses their loan to buy more from Manmeet, further helping him. This global network of financial agents is a $500 billion opportunity that continues to grow rapidly as more of the developing world comes online. Asset Direct is unlike any other financial product platform in the world. We were introduced to our customers for free versus all the direct-to-consumer platforms that must spend money on customer acquisition. In addition, we help our distribution partners and agents like Meet earn revenue share on each customer referred, not just once, but over their lifetime. Any product we sell that customer generates commission for the distribution partner and the agent. It doesn't matter if it's now or 10 years from now. This provides the agent and distribution partner with an opportunity to build an extremely valuable book of business over time. The Asset Direct mission is to use local relationships to move millions of people from unbanked and underbanked to banked. Our platform exists in Canada, India, and soon Brazil. However, our efforts are truly global. Over the next few years, we aim to build the largest network of financial sales agents in the world. I'm Adam Rice, CEO and founder of Asset Direct. Over the last 18 years, I scaled online marketplaces around the world across a broad spectrum of industries, from consumer products to real estate, and now financial services. In 2005, as a 21-year-old sole proprietor, I built a wholesale marketplace that listed clothing from over 300 factories across Asia. The platform went on to sell over 3 million worth of merchandise in the first 18 months of operations. In the mid-2000s, I launched China's first countrywide real estate multiple listing service, which aggregated house listings from hundreds of websites across the country. I grew the platform from 0 to 100K MRR over the first 4 months of operations. I'm also an expert marketer, having spent a number of years at a boutique ad agency. During this time, I had the opportunity to ideate and execute marketing campaigns for some of the world's largest brands, including Unilever and P&G. My efforts resulted in campaigns that generated upwards of 400% increases in sales. And in 2017, I had the honor of being recognized as a top 20 under 40 business leader by a leading Canadian business publication. My experience in online marketplaces, startups, and advertising gave me the wherewithal to launch Asset Direct and scale the business to where it is today with less than 500K total investment. Our COO, Chris, has 23 years experience as an entrepreneur, business consultant, and manager. As CEO of a boutique financial research firm, Chris consulted to some of Canada's largest corporations, including Air Canada and Magna International. More recently, Chris consulted on a $2.5 billion deal with a major Canadian telecom. Chris is the quintessential operator and is the perfect position leading up the head of operations at Asset Direct. Mike, our VP of growth, comes to us with years of experience leading partnerships for one of North America's largest financial product comparison websites, Rates.ca. At Rates, Mike managed and scaled multi-million-dollar relationships with major financial and insurance brands like HSBC, RBC, and TD Bank. He comes to us with a wealth of experience planning and executing global marketing plans from working at the multi-billion-dollar consumer electronics company, JBC Kenwood. In 2021, Asset Direct was voted the best personal loan platform by Greedy Rates, a leading financial product platform. We were also a finalist in the Startup World Cup, Europe Asia Connect, and were selected out of 50 leading startups across 10 countries. Asset Direct has over 150 customer reviews with an average rank of 9.7 out of 10 on TrustSpot. We're also rated a AAA business by the Better Business Bureau. We also take security very seriously. We use bank-grade encryption on all server data. Our website also undergoes annual penetration testing, and we've implemented strict data access controls and rules on how customer data is handled, stored, and destroyed in our offices. All of our financial partners are rigorously verified and vetted to ensure the best customer experience. And over 400,000 people have already trusted us with their financial needs. This has led to over $35,000 per week in sales. Asset Direct is currently driving over 7,000 applications across the platform per week, and we have driven over 1 million financial product applications overall to our partners. We're also gaining steam. We've signed 5 large partners in the last 4 months that give us access to over 450 million people, including 180,000 point of sale terminals with access to 200 million customers, 94 million customers to the Mox portfolio, and an additional 150 million customers to a network of intermediaries such as gig workers, fresh graduates, and financial sales agents. With all these partnerships, access to lead flow is no longer a problem. We have a massive opportunity ahead of us.
For the presentation, connecting all the way from Canada, really late to make sure that everybody can learn more about their company. So if you're interested, if you want to connect, if you're passionate about companies that have massive distribution, giving access to credit to those that need it, please let us know and we'll make sure that you get connected. And now, last but not least, please welcome Andrew, CEO and founder of Extingles.
When people hear certain sounds, sometimes they feel a tingling sensation from the top of their head all the way down the shoulders. That's ASMR. We've all experienced ASMR one way or another, such as popping up bubble wraps, the sound of the basketball swoosh, and the sound of you solving Rubik's Cube. ASMR brings you one step closer to calmness, relaxation, and sleepiness. Big artists like Jessica Alba, Paris Hilton, and Cardi B, and thousands of ASMR artists are all creating personalized sounds to help people feel better and sleep better daily. Big brands use ASMR to help engage their consumer. And for instance, we've all known beer commercials where you hear the sound of the beer poured in the cup, bubbles rising to all the way to the top, and that gulp and final exhale of satisfaction, that's ASMR. ASMR is the #3 most searched key term on YouTube globally with 15 million searches monthly basis. And ASMR is growing at 200% year over year. By now, we can say our brain loves ASMR. ASMR helps alleviate anxiety, stress, and insomnia, helping people feel more comforted and more relaxed. However, there is a problem. YouTube. YouTube makes it impossible for ASMR artists to make money. For instance, YouTube rewards longer videos, and this forces artists to create unnecessarily long videos. And YouTube pays only $4 per 1,000 views. And also YouTube would censor artists all the time. Fortunately, the answer is here. Extingles is the world's first ASMR NFT production and Web3 marketplace for artists and collectors. Our solution is NFT, which you can kind of think of it as verified Twitter account. For our instance, it is verified JPEG, verified MP4 file. A good analogy here would be an autographed photograph, which comes with a certificate of authenticity. For Extingles NFTs, they are digital certificate ownerships that are verified by the artist, by the community supporting the artist, and also by the blockchain operators running the blockchain. And here's an example of ASMR NFTs on Extingles today.
At dusk, you'll see the fishermen 3 sailing through the sky, searching for clouds and all things loud that lead them to their prize.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that it's me, Lev. I just wanted to let you know that you're awesome, you're amazing, and you're a beautiful human.
We believe that NFTs will become the primary source of income for ASMR artists, for them to create ASMR provably scarce collectibles, and using smart contracts, payouts can be instant and they can be receiving perpetual income in the marketplace. And as we venture into the metaverse, NFTs are kind of like the art and collection pieces you have inside your home. NFTs will become, to some extent, your new digital identity. And with decentralized apps like Extingos, they will become the gateway to metaverse. And let me show you how the Extingos platform works when it comes to minting and selling NFTs. So first, you go to the admin panel and you select a name, and then you upload a preview photo, including the author name, and then the preview photo is shown in the back panel. And then you go ahead, upload MP4 file, which loops automatically, and you add the description of the NFT. And then you mandate the commission splits with the artist and the Extingos platform. And remember, Extingos is a decentralized app, so all payments and commissions are automated when a transaction occurs. And now the NFT is on the platform. Anyone can go ahead and view more details of the collection and make a purchase. And now once you select the purchasing price, you confirm with your Blocktool wallet, and then you approve the transaction, and success, you now own the NFT, which you can use it within your home or appreciate within your crypto wallet of your choice. And on the profile, you will see your NFTs, and then you can sell your NFTs on the marketplace at a price you're satisfied with, and you approve transaction, and now it's available for anyone to make the purchase. All right. We're Extingos, and we're a marketplace that curates what we call sensation as a collectible, and making ASMR NFTs available for all. Since last December, NFT has grown from 100 million sales to where we're looking at 10 billion now. And within the subset of the NFT industry, crypto art market is currently at 1 billion. And we believe that by next year, sound art NFTs will be able to generate $460 million in sales next year. And Extingos is sitting at the intersection between the two fastest growing trends in the entire world right now, ASMR and NFT. We have a founding team of Juliana, who's worked at Canva, known for spearheading the Brazilian market, and she is one of the best NFT marketer I've come across. Maha, 10 years at Hewlett-Packard, specialized in B2B e-commerce product, and she's helped operational efficiency by increasing at 60%. Sue scaled multiple startups, including some Fortune 500, and she has been responsible for $200 million in sales on her leadership. And myself, I co-founded and ran Asia Blockchain Summit, 10,000 blockchain professionals worldwide, and I've helped companies like Binance, FTX, Kubu.com on talent acquisition and business development. Our advisory team include Benny, who is the founding member of Dap Labs, known for NBA Top Shot, which is a multi-billion-dollar collection today. Benjamin, who is ex-Binance investment director and owns the largest fractionalized NFT platform, Uniquely. David, founder of Ecomi, which currently owns the largest NFT app on iPhone and Android, and they recently released NFTs with Disney. And Li Xuan, who's the founder of Blocktool, owns 80% of all the Flow token users, and their current market cap of their token is sitting around about $1 billion. And of course, we recently did a drop with Left Cameron, a TikTok superstar sensation of 4.5 million followers, and its NFT collection of 50 unique NFTs are now selling at 3 times higher the price when it was dropped. Extingos has signed 100 artists, and each artist are averaging 300,000 subscribers, and their lifetime views are around 30 million views. And Extingos has traction. We have 80,000 collectors, 4,000 daily active users, and we're generating a monthly of $20,000 since our launch of September. And we have a special announcement coming forward. The Vivi will be working on an ASMR NFT drop with my favorite childhood brand.
your presentation. Those were all the companies presenting today. Thank you very much for joining us offline and online. It's now time for networking. If you are online, we're gonna open now all the breakout sessions so you can learn more and connect with the founders. And if you are offline in any of the locations, please join us in the area where we have drinks and some finger food to continue the conversation. So I'm gonna hand it over now for the virtual networking. And but first, I'm going to go through a quick guide on how you can join the breakout sessions. Very simple. You have here the different areas where you can join. Just have to click there, and automatically you can pick the ones that you want to join, and simply by clicking join, you can just join the session and continue the conversations. If you want to leave the session to join another breakout, simply leave that session and just join another one. And with that, we're going to say goodbye to everybody that is joining